Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Hanging with Mangg. Playing a little Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead here. One of my favorite games of all time. And why, you ask? Well, I challenge you to find another video game in which you can hoard 24 menstrual pads, which you can then disassemble into cotton balls, which you can then use to make clothing out of. You find another game and you let me know. But anyways, yeah, Cataclysm is pretty great. And, I'm hopefully going to record some sort of playthrough of this with the recent sort of I haven't recorded anything for it in a long time, so there's been a lot of updates on experimental and stuff like that. And so, yeah, we might try doing like a quadruple amputee playthrough with psychic powers, just because that would be fun. Most fun. Ooh, adjustable wrench. Nice. You used to be able to disassemble seatbelts into long row, or maybe you component seatbelt. I don't know if it's a craft. Oh, it is a crafty thing. Okay. Oh, okay. So they've just changed it to turning seatbelt into a component rather than being able to disassemble seatbelts, which is kind of lame. Seatbelts used to be a great source of cordage, ropes. Now it's no more. Yeah, no more. There's just no way to disassemble it or cut it up. Like, it seems weird you can't cut up a seatbelt. How can I disassemble menstrual pads, but I can't cut up a seatbelt? It annoys me so much that I'm gonna go over to the subreddit. Because it seems kind of wild. Doesn't seem to be much discussion about seatbelt. Maybe I have to go to the Discord. So I'm feeling some discord about the state of seatbelts in Cataclysm. Yeah, apparently that was the change. It just became a component rather than being able to cut it up. Yeah. Somebody brought it up in the Discord and said, well, you know, that's what mods are for, I guess. Alright, shit. Anywho. Anywho. This week on this channel, we have been playing some Fire Emblem, of course. You knew that. We have been playing some Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. And that's going to continue. We've been doing some best games of all time. We're now in the 2000s for that, which is pretty exciting. And we've been doing some Two Brothers Play. What was originally Rogue Trader has now gone back to Archipelago. Mostly because I just mentioned to LEGO that they had Heart of the Swarm available for StarCraft 2. And he really likes StarCraft 2. So, he's doing that, and then I was like... I was helping him to set it up, and I was like, okay, you know, let me just pick a game for myself real quick. That didn't go well, did it? And so I picked Dark Souls 3, even though I haven't played it in quite a while. And I picked some settings, I think, that aren't necessarily the most fun in a randomizer stream context. I should have put on auto-equip. And lock equipment, so it's just kind of forced. Into using specific equipment that you get randomly because it's a randomizer, and that makes it more fun, so on and so forth. But I didn't. So we'll see. I mean, maybe we'll continue that on Wednesday, or maybe we'll start up another different Archipelago run. I really probably should have just done more Fire Emblem. I really like Fire Emblem. But there's a lot of good ones coming to Archipelago in the somewhat near future. LEGO's most excited about RimWorld. Supposedly, according to the guy working on it, it's near playable, which is pretty promising. And that's going to be, yeah, you're going to see plenty of streams of that, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess I would be interested in doing Doom 2 at some point, because I did Doom 1 a couple times. Kirby Superstar is one I'm very much interested in, because that's just a great, fun game, and it depends kind of on how they do it. But there's, I think I did a Let's Play of it years, like 10 years ago or something like that. But there's a mode in that game, because there's a bunch of different games in one. It's a very unique experience. It was one of my favorite games as a child. Played through that many times. But one of the modes is called Milky Way Wishes. It's the biggest mode. It's kind of the final big mode, the meat of the game. And in there, you can't, normally Kirby swallows enemies and then he gains their abilities. That's sort of Kirby's thing. But in Milky Way Wishes, you instead found the forms, the abilities. You found them around the game, across different planets and stuff like that, across different levels. And once you found the ability, such as like Cutter, once you found Cutter, you could always use Cutter. You could always become Cutter, like, at will. So you were never without an ability then, because you could always just use Cutter. And you went around and you got all of the different abilities. I don't remember how many there were, 20 or something like that. So that would be really fun with Archipelago, randomizer and stuff like that. Somebody sending you, and, especially across like a big randomizer, you'd really be forced to use just a handful of ones that you might never really normally depend on for a while. If they could somehow take that part of Milky Way Wishes and just extend that across all the other game modes as well, that would be really awesome. But yeah, we'll see. That'll be interesting. Final Fantasy IV. That should be good. Metroid Prime. That would be pretty great. Although I'd probably have to replay that one normally to refresh my memory. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. That's probably another big one I'm really excited to actually see. Work on that has progressed. It's not just like, oh, wouldn't this be cool? Like, there is somebody actively putting it together. The only thing that I'm not sure, like, that sounds long. That sounds even longer than Fire Emblem 8 would be. And I personally probably prefer the original, but maybe Tactics Advance was shorter. I don't remember. I should probably replay that on my own as well. Earthbound, Wargroove 2. That would be good. Yeah, there's a lot. Some sort of Castlevania. I mean, eventually we're gonna get some sort of Castlevania. The person working on Symphony of the Night said that they're going to be coding things in January and have dedicated time to it, so we'll see. Symphony of the Night would be a big thing for Archipelago. Yeah, anyways. Yeah, it's gonna be a cold day in hell when I stop talking about Archipelago. It's just too good. So, $300 thread. Okay. So this can't be used to make any aspect of that, and I also can't use it to make the home wrecker, which is what I'm hoping to make. Because for that, I just need a shit ton of... I just need 8 long strings. I could just tear down every curtain. I guess. I'm not gonna be here for that long anyways. So, that's what's going on. Overall, more Fire Emblem. We're partway through Genealogy of the Holy War right now, meaning that, well, there's a lot of Fire Emblem left. That's the 4th game of 17, if you are unaware. That only got me 7 long strings. Seems I've already used... Okay, but we can disassemble those menstrual pads. If only there was a faster way to do this. Where were... Oh, there they are. No, can't do it from there. Damn. Slow process. Alright, now the cotton balls. Let's see. We can just use the die staff and spindle to turn those directly into 50 thread for 3. Which isn't super great, but there you go. And then we can turn thread into long strings. If I get that many. Okay. We're getting there. Yeah, and then Pathfinder shouldn't be too long. It's not finished. I am gonna have to record the, last few videos for that, but that's not a big deal. And that'll be that. I did actually record another Archipelago playthrough. Just over the course of a couple days, like it didn't take that long. And I did Fire Emblem 8, of course, Chrono Trigger, and Wargroove. So sort of an RPG-ish bundle of 3. And it's not too long. And like it honestly didn't, I think it was 12 videos at like an hour each. But that's not bad to beat 3 games. One of which normally takes me like 7 or 8 hours, so pretty good. So I don't know, you may see that after Pathfinder, I don't know. I would like to get some sort of big newer game out there, but I don't know, nothing has really caught my eye of like, yes, I need to do a let's play of this. I guess it doesn't have to be big. Maybe just new. But I don't know. I don't know what's coming out that would really appeal to me and make me want to do a let's play of it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. It's not going to be Bluey the video game, I can tell you that. There's a new Warhammer game coming out, though, in like 5 days. Warhammer Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin. It's an RTS. Not that I am going to do a let's play of it, but that's kind of interesting. Honestly, I would say the next big one could be Rogue Trader, which comes out in about a month. But at the same time, I don't know if I want my first playthrough of that to be blind. But I guess I did Wrath of the Righteous, my first playthrough blind, and that worked out pretty well. It was just insanely long, and that's the worry. Do we want another, like, 80 part, or 50, 60 part, whatever, let's play? I don't know. We'll decide, I guess, at some point. Let's make a home wrecker with a stick. Good. Good. Home wrecker. So that's what's going on with this channel. Come on, you weakling. Jesus. How hard do I gotta smack it? I hope you're enjoying these sound effects. This lovely Sunday afternoon. Over on the Exploring series this week was nothing. There were no releases. I, of course, was working. And I worked on a Warhammer 40k video about the Lord of Change. The Lord of Sorcery, Tzeentch. And that was a fun one to work on. I like Tzeentch. I like Tzeentch quite a bit. Yeah, I like these videos looking at the Chaos Gods, because it's kind of philosophy, I suppose. Looking more on the philosophical aspects of this grimdark universe. It's so ridiculous. It's so loud. I have the volume at like 15%, by the way, so you can imagine. Incredible stuff, man. Whew. A lot of work, man. Tearing up a car. But you gotta do it. How else are you gonna get an anvil? Although with all the changes they've made to welding and who knows what, it's gonna be a bitch. What was I talking? Yeah, so Tzeentch, that's dropping tomorrow. That's all well and good. And next week will be some sort of SCP video. I don't know what. And on and on and on we go. So I mentioned sort of working ahead to kind of have like 4 videos prepared for January. I have started that process. I've started working on the script for Armaments of the Tau. You know, just a video that I figure I would get to at some point. So I may as well just work on it now and drop it in January. And the other, so yeah, right now I'm planning 2 SCP videos, 2 40k videos. It may turn into 1 40k video and a Lovecraft reading if I just get lazy, but I'd rather not get lazy, I guess. So Armaments of the Tau will be one, maybe a video about one of the Primarchs is another. Probably P is for Primrose will be one of the SCP videos. And somebody just recommended SCP-6462. So maybe I'll work on that for January. It's all about the Scarlet King. Bit of a, you know, a well-trodden topic, but that doesn't mean it can't be good. I haven't read it yet, but yeah, so things like that. That's what I'll be working on in the side periods between now and January. Aside from that, it's pretty much business as usual. It's back to normal. There is a certain comfort in that, and just working week to week, just getting the job done and moving on to the next one and all that, and keeping the mind busy. I just finished watching this this new documentary that dropped about Boogie 2988. Honestly, it doesn't even seem like the first. I mean, there's been a lot of videos about Boogie, I guess, but this was like the official one because he actually spent time with Boogie for weeks and getting all this exclusive footage and stuff like that. So it is like an actual documentary. It's really well put together. Apparently, it's the guy's first documentary ever, but it's pretty professional stuff. It's also really just boy, oh boy, not a happy documentary for sure. I mean, I got, I can't really comment on any, what am I gonna say? He's clearly got his own, his own demons, as they say. But it was an interesting watch, I suppose. It's just I, as a YouTuber, am so far, I think, from that, from what he does, and obviously I don't appear on camera. That's a huge thing right there. I think that cuts out so much shit of just, if you never appear on camera, you're almost never gonna start any shit. You're never gonna be involved in any shit. I mean, unless it comes out that you're like a child rapist or something, something comes out like that. But drama, you're just generally not a part of. I think you can be on camera and not be a part of any drama whatsoever. I don't think that's an exclusive factor. I watch Techmoan a lot. Great YouTuber. Love him to death. And he appears on camera in every one of his videos, but no one really is gonna bother with Techmoan. He's not gonna bother with anyone. It's just good entertainment. So, but yeah, I think when you become a personality on YouTube, it gets a lot trickier. But it depends on the person, so yeah, I don't I just make videos. That's it. That's always been it. No more, no less. But him spending $200,000 on hookers over the course of 3 years, I mean, that's just personal issues. Some people just can't handle money, I guess. I mean, yeah. That's just how it is. I've got some money, not as much as he did, but I just don't really buy anything. Like fucking look at Asmongold. That dude's loaded. Absolutely loaded, and he still lives in like an attic or something, you know, just surrounded by refuse. Because he just doesn't spend any money to improve any part of it. It's just, yeah, whatever. Yeah, so yeah, I think Boogie's life probably would have been pretty sad no matter what level of fame or wealth he ever achieved. It's just much more publicized, and we get documentaries because, you know, he had reached some sort of height. Anyways, not really to get into that, but yeah, I don't have a whole lot to chat about. It's been just kind of a basic week, back to normal. And yeah, I don't know. I could do a Let's Play of that Star Ocean remake, because I played the demo and I thought it was pretty good. So I could do a remake. It's overwhelmingly positive. And it probably is a good game. But I don't know. I mean, I don't hear from viewers that much on this channel of like what they're interested in seeing. So I generally interpret that as they don't really care that much. But I do think that there are, you know, there are interests and disinterests that are reflected in viewership. My best games of all times videos generally do a lot better than like part 5 of my Wrath of the Righteous Demon Core video. So there are certain things people are more likely to click on than others. There's some sort of interest. It's not really vocalized, but it's there. So certainly, like, my deep dive into, you know, all the Fire Emblem games, it's probably not going to be that popular. At least for the earlier ones. Whereas if I just suddenly started doing a Let's Play of, I don't know, Spider-Man 2 or something brand new, Lords of the Fallen, something like that, that might garner a bit more interest. So, but I'm trying to balance like what I want to play, what people might want to see. Generally, we lean towards just what I want to play. So at this stage, I don't really make any promises about what you might see, and you know, hopefully there's some entertainment in there for you somewhere. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. More Fire Emblem, more Pathfinder, more best games of all time, and more Two Brothers Play. All good stuff. Over on the Exploring series, video about Old Man Zinch and his wily ways. Good stuff there. Great artwork as usual. Really just love, I mean, that's probably one of my favorite parts of covering 40K is just looking at all the awesome artwork and showing that off. But yeah, it's good content. And back to SCP then next week, if you didn't get enough of it throughout October. But for now, my name is Mangg. This has been Hanging with Mangg. I'll see you fine folks next week.